hope you're doing well. So I've had a pretty painful last couple of weeks with my chronic illness. If you've watched many of my videos before, you will know that I suffer with a chronic illness, and if you haven't, then I'll put my video about my illness in the description box below so you can go and have a look about what's wrong with me and all that. But today I wanted to make a video where I talk about some of the things that's helped me out and helped me survive 4 years of chronic pain. Quick side note, I'm not going to talk about pain medications in this video because I'm not a doctor and I don't know what will work best for your type of pain. A lot of these things have been real lifesavers. So let's just get into it. So first off is something that you may or may not have already heard of, and this is called a TENS machine. Now these are most commonly used for women in labour, but these also work quite well on chronic pain, and I don't know the exact science of them, but I do know that they work on sending electrical impulses through the nerves, which is almost trying to dial down the pain. So I either use this on my sort of tummy area or on my lower back, and you just put the pads on. I'll just show you an example on my hand, and then you open up this little kit. It does look a bit like a torture device, but it doesn't hurt. It feels a bit like pins and needles, and you've got all these little dials and things, and you can just, I'm turning it on. It feels so weird on your hands, but normally I can get it up to like 5, which is like the highest level. But I do find that this is like a distraction. So it's like if you've got a really bad headache, but then someone comes and punches you in the arm, you think about the pain in your arm for a minute rather than the pain in your head, if that makes sense. I know that's not scientifically how this is meant to work, but it's how it works for me, and I've been using it a lot recently. Next up we have this heat pack, or it can also be a cool pack. You can also use a hot water bottle if you're just wanting heat, and that tends to stay warm a lot longer. But what I like about these is that they're really flexible, so if you have pain in like an awkward part of your body, you can sort of fit it right round it or put it however you want. Hot and cold is really good for treating pain because again it's just sending an alternative signal to pain, to your nerves, to sort of distract your brain from the pain. So onto some other things which don't directly impact the pain but just help improve your day overall and your general well-being, whether that be mentally or physically. And I want to talk about herbal teas. I really want to make a whole video about herbal teas because I have a far too big collection of these, but herbal tea is so good for your body anyway. And if you are on a lot of pain meds, and if your body is really weak and you've got a lowered immune system anyway, then your body could probably really do with a boost. And chamomile teas is really good for calming the nerves, so if your pain is making you really tense, then drinking chamomile tea could be really good to help relax you and calm you down. And green tea tastes horrible on its own, but I love the PG Tips mint flavour green tea, and green tea is so good for your body. It's so full of antioxidants and it's really energising as well. So I just recommend these for anybody, but especially if you're suffering chronic pain, to give you a bit of a boost. Next up I want to talk about these, which are lidocaine patches, and you might have to get these through a doctor or through a pharmacy. But I would definitely, these are probably my favourite thing out of everything I've spoken about today. These work on the skin, so I'll just show an example on my arm again. You just unpeel it from this plastic backing, and then it's like a gel-like texture, and it's really sticky. It feels really weird. And you apply it onto the skin where your pain is, and it works on numbing the skin. It's like a local anaesthetic. I won't leave that on my arm because I don't want a numb arm, but these are brilliant, and they don't really help the internal pain, but you can get really increased sensitivity on the skin where your pain is, and this helps to dial that down. And I just find these so comforting and protecting, and I absolutely cannot say enough good things about these. If you have chronic pain, then I would definitely recommend trying these out. Next up, this is a really simple thing. It's a little eye mask, and a lot of the time if you have chronic pain you may need to have more naps in the day than other people, and normally I struggle with that, but recently if I want a nap in the day, I just put this on over my eyes and it just helps me to shut everything else out if it might be a bit light, and it also will allow you to sleep like in the car hopefully, or even if you just need to remove yourself from your surroundings for a while. I really recommend just getting one of these and using them. I don't like them at night because it's already dark and I don't need to shut everything out, but in the day when I want to sleep, this is perfect and it really helps me out. And the last thing, which has been a lifesaver to me so many times over the years, I call it a memory book. This is like my external brain, and I write everything down in here that I need to remember, and it can be really helpful specifically for chronic pain, because if you have doctor's appointments you can keep them in here, and often you might keep thinking of questions or things you want to bring up at your appointments, so you could have a page for each appointment and write a list of things you want to bring up at that appointment, then take it in with you, and then make sure you haven't forgotten anything. And you can, like me, if you really want to remember exactly what they said, you could also take notes. But this is also good for keeping up with your symptoms, maybe even logging your food and activities, things you do in a day, to monitor what helps your pain and what makes it worse, to try and work out the best sort of routines and food and diet for you. And you can write down to-do lists to keep everything organised in your head, because chronic pain is so stressful. It's like being constantly ill as well as having to worry about all the other pressures of life, and just having a book where you write down everything is incredible, but do not lose it. Oh, and actually there is one more thing which I forgot. It's this pillow. And these are actually maternity pillows for pregnant women and nursing women, because they can put the baby in the right angle bit. But I absolutely love this. This helps me to sleep so much. I just put my head in here and it just feels so comforting and protective. But why I'm thinking it could also be helpful for chronic pain is if you have to make yourself in really awkward positions to get comfortable to sleep, you could use this to sort of prop up body parts. That sounds really weird, but you can sort of prop body parts up that you want to keep protected or away, or you don't want to roll over. And I think this just could be really useful. I just use this to sleep on and it just helps me to relax so much, and it feels like a big hug. So it's not really necessary, but it is really nice. If you found things that have helped you out with your pain and you think I might find them useful, then please leave them down below, because I'm always looking to try and find things to make my life with chronic pain a bit easier. And it is hard and there's no easy answer, and these things are not going to be a magic cure. They might, and if they are, then that's brilliant, but I'm just saying now it's most likely that they won't, and you just need to keep going, keep working with your doctor, keep yourself aware of everything going on, keep researching, and keep positive as well. And I hope you found this video really helpful, and I'll see you very soon in another video. Bye!